Hello, my dears. How are you doing? I hope that everything is great and good. And welcome to my channel, English with Hayat. Now, before we start our lesson, I just want to remind you to click on the subscribe button and on the bell notification to receive every new video. So, today's lesson will be about simple future will. You might as well want to take a paper and a pencil and put them next to you because you will need them. Now let's start our lesson with looking at this picture. I want you to take 10 seconds and just try to describe what you see in this picture. So as you can see in the picture, we have very high and tall buildings built in different shapes and colors. There are also flying transportation vehicles like cars, buses, and even police cars on the top left. There are also few people walking around enjoying the view or maybe the cool weather. Now take another 10 seconds and just try to imagine how will the future look like. Now you have probably imagined a planet full of robots and very weird and strange buildings and flying transportation vehicles just like in this picture. Good. Now we will move on to the following dialogue. We have Ali and Sarah. Ali asked Sarah, "Hello Sarah, what will you buy as a present for Ahmed's birthday?" Sarah, "I will buy him a watch." We have also another dialogue of Lina and Walid. Lina asked, "Can we go to the zoo tomorrow?" Walid, "No, we will not go tomorrow, but I promise that we will go this weekend." Now, my dears, I will give you 3 questions and you try to answer them. The first question, will Sarah buy Ahmed a watch? Take 10 seconds and try to think about it. So the answer is yes, Sarah will buy Ahmed a watch. As she said, I will buy him a watch. The second question, will Lina and Walid go to the zoo tomorrow? So the answer is no, Lina and Walid will not go to the zoo tomorrow. The final question, when will they go and why? So the answer is they will go to the zoo this weekend because it is a promise. As Walid said, no, we will not go tomorrow, but I promise that we will go this weekend. Now, based on these 2 dialogues and the questions that I gave you with the answers, we will move on to the next thing, which is the form of simple future tense will. We have the first example from the dialogue, I will buy him a watch. Now this is the affirmative form. I want you to take 10 seconds and try to come up with the form. So the affirmative form of simple future will is subject plus will plus base verb. The short form is subject plus apostrophe double L plus base verb. I, which is the subject, will, buy, which is the base verb. Another example would be, I will cheat on them. Now, actually, don't cheat on anyone. Cheating is bad. This is just an example. Another example, they'll cancel the show. Great. Now we move on to the next form, which is the negative form. And we have the example, no, we will not go. Take another 10 seconds and try to come up with the form, the negative form. So the negative form is subject plus will plus not plus base verb. I or we, which is the subject, plus will, not, go. Go is the base verb. The short form is subject plus want plus base verb. Now want is the short form of will not. Other examples, it will not snow tomorrow, or he won't pass the exam. Of course, he will not pass the exam because passing the exam requires studying, and he does not study, so he will not pass the exam. Now we move on to the last form, which is the interrogative form, and we have the example, what will you buy? Take another 10 seconds and try to come up with the interrogative form of the simple future will. So the interrogative form is will plus subject plus base verb plus question mark. Another example is, will you call me later? Or remember when you had guests in your house and you just kept thinking, when will they leave? Well, when you were thinking that, you actually were using the simple future form, will, in its interrogative form. Great. Now, based on these forms and these examples, the dialogues that we saw before, I want you to think about when do we use simple future will. You have 10 seconds to think about it. So we use the simple future will, firstly, to talk about future actions. We will go to the zoo tomorrow. To predict future events, it will not snow tomorrow. To make promises, I will take you to the zoo. To express unwillingness in negative form, I will not eat, I will not go with you, etc. And for offers, I will help you with your homework. And here are other expressions of future that can be used in the sentences. We have this evening, tomorrow, the day after, next weekend, next Friday. Now remember, my dears, I told you before to take a paper and a pencil because you are going to need them. So bring that paper right now and the pencil because I have some exercises for you. And this exercise, you will try to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb between brackets. I will do the first example just to show you. So A said, There is someone at the door. B. I, between brackets, get it. So the answer is I will get it. Now try to answer the following sentences and put the verb between brackets in the correct form. You can pause the video and try to answer them in your paper. The following thing I would like you to do is another exercise. I want you to try and answer these questions about yourselves. The first question, for example, is what time will you get up tomorrow? You will answer it, for example, like tomorrow I will get up at 7 a.m. Well, this is obviously a lie. I am not a morning person and I never get up at 7 a.m. This is just an example to show you. And try to answer the other questions. What will you do? What won't you do? Where will you go next summer vacation? You can pause the video again and try to answer these questions. The next exercise is I want you to write 3 sentences in each of the simple future tenses forms, affirmative, negative, and interrogative, using will not. Now you will try to write 3 sentences, affirmative, 3 negative, 3 interrogative, using the forms that we talked about before. And once again, you pause the video and you do the exercise. The final exercise I have for you is to try to write a short dialogue about your future plans using will and will not. If you can do this with someone, that's better. If you are alone, it's okay. You can try and imagine this dialogue. Well, seems like we have come to the end of our lesson for today. I hope that you learned about the simple future will. And if you have any comments, opinions, criticism, or whatever you want to say, don't forget to leave it on the comment section down below, or you can always contact me on my Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive every new video. Bye bye! Stay at home, stay safe, and stay tuned!